today we are going to start with our very basics HTML. What we have to do is you have to first install VS Code. So just search for VS Code in your browser and you can download Visual Studio Code. So there are actually two Visual Studios. So one is this is basically a lighter version. The other is a more heavier version which is used to make desktop applications, mobile applications, web applications, server side applications, and it provides a lot of other connectivity like connectivity to GitHub and all those things. So you don't have to install Visual Studio. Okay, so you have to install Visual Studio Code. So there are two. So this is Visual Studio. You don't have to install it. You have to install this one based upon your operating system in which you are right now. So it will look something like this. First of all, let me explain you what is HTML. So guys, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. And you might see that, okay, this whole thing, this is a text. Let me just cut it and I'm pasting it below in the line number 2. You can see the color changes. Okay, that's the benefit of using a good IDE. Okay, it gives you syntactic help. So whenever you are like coding something, whenever you are missing something, it will show you in the form of colors that, okay, maybe you are missing something, maybe something is wrong here. So it's like that. This is nothing but a comment. We will learn about comments. What we can do actually with HTML. So everyone will tell you HTML is hypertext markup language. What is a markup language? What is the difference between a programming language and a markup language? So a markup language is a language in which we use certain tags to display certain things. Whereas in a programming language, we write our business logic. We write our logic that how it is going to work functionally. Markup language has nothing to do with the functionality. It is purely based upon tags and their properties and how they are going to display on the screen. If I just comment this thing, so how I commented this is I pressed Control and slash all together, so it will comment out this thing. So why we use comments? To make our code more readable, to explain what we are going to do in our code. Why we use comments generally. As you are coming from C++ background, you might have used this one, right? Or you might have used this one as well. तो हम कहाँ से स्टार्ट करते हैं बेसिकली HTML का, और HTML का यूज क्या है? सबसे पहले यूज देख लेते हैं. मैंने इस फाइल को सेव कर दिया यहाँ पे. सो आई हैव सम एक्सटेंशंस इंस्टॉल्ड इन माय VS कोड. तो मैं पहले VS कोड का भी थोड़ा ज्ञान दे देता हूँ तुम्हें. तो VS कोड में देयर आर सम सर्टेन सेक्शंस इन द नेविगेशन बार, इन द टॉप नेविगेशन बार, एंड देयर आर सम सर्टेन सेक्शंस इन द लेफ्ट नेविगेशन बार. You are going to use this file explorer. So we are in the file explorer right now. If you click, it will go or come. Then there comes the search bar. Here you can search for anything. Let's say if I type HTML, it will show me all the files where this text is written. I can also replace it directly from here, and I can also apply some kind of filters. So basically this is a source control section. We can directly publish anything to GitHub. We can directly connect anything with GitHub, and we can initialize this folder as our repository as well. Then comes the debugging part. We can run some certain debugging commands, and then this last one, it is for the extensions part. Okay, you might see that I have some extensions. मेरा VS Code तुम्हारे VS Code से थोड़ा अलग दिखेगा, maybe. That's because I have a theme installed in it. I have some other extensions which I have installed. So what you have to do is you have to go to this extensions place and you have to search for live server. Once you search for live server, you will get this one. This is the first one that you will get. You have to click on install and just reload your VS Code if it asks you to reload it. I'll tell you the benefit of doing this one. Just install live server. In the meantime, when it is installing, I'm coming back to the hello.html. This is prettier. This is another extension. So you can install these two, live server as well as prettier. So what it does is it beautifies your code. अगर मैं कुछ गंदे तरीके से लिखता हूँ कोड, तो ये उसकी स्पेसिंग को, उसकी इंडेंटेशन को सही कर देता है. These are the two extensions which we need as of now. So guys, there is one more thing. जब तुमने अपना VS Code खोला होगा ना, तो तुम्हें आ रहा होगा कि open new folder, open create new project. तो तुम open new folder करके एक नया folder भी खोल सकते हो डायरेक्टली, ताकि तुम भी सेम काम कर पाओ, सेम पेज पे कर पाओ काम जो हम कर रहे हैं. If I click on this go live button, it is saying that starting a live server, and what it did is it created and it opened the web page in a certain browser. So you will see if I put hello and if I save it, what will happen is when I did this and I try to save it, gives me warnings that okay, live server is not possible without some certain tags. So what I can do is, तो अभी इस extension ने हमें बोला कि there is some certain tag named as head which is missing from the file. So what we can do is, it means we know कि मतलब कोई तो गड़बड़ है, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है यहाँ पे, and we have to fix it. तो कोई भी HTML का page, whenever we have to start it, we have to start with some certain tags. जैसे अगर मैं किसी human body की बात करूँ, there is head. Okay? Then there is main body, and then there are footer, and there is footer, and there is foot, feet, and then all those things. Similarly, in HTML, we follow the same kind of structure. So if you press angular bracket doc type HTML, so I just wrote these two lines. मैंने बस इसको save करा. Here still it shows nothing. But if I right click and go and click on inspect, so you can see it is giving me some text, that hypertext markup language, HTML is coming, head tag is coming, and a body tag is coming automatically. I have done nothing to do anything. Just ignore this error.